Bienvenue au Holiday Special des troisièmes. Aujourd'hui, vous allez être témoin des talents extraordinaires et d'une production exceptionnelle.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the High School Holiday Special. Today, we have many talented guests who will be showcasing their work. First, we have Elise, who will be performing Carol of the Bells. Enjoy! So Elise, how were you inspired to play this song?
Thank you for having me. It's a very popular Christmas carol with music by Ukrainian composer Mykola Leontovich. Most people can easily recognize the melody, so that's why I thought it would be a great piece to play.
Cool, and how long have you been playing the violin?
About 5 or 6 years.
So, what is your favorite song you've ever played on the violin?
That's a tough question. There are so many great pieces out there and so many different genres out there that I haven't yet discovered. Although from the few pieces I've played on violin, some of my personal favorites are Vivaldi Concerto for 2 violins, a piece I played as a duet with a friend of mine, as well as Concert in G for violin by Joseph Haydn.
Awesome. Thank you, Elise.
No problem.
Hi everybody, I'm Lulu and here's a song that we all know. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitter and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Merry Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I loved you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to I'll give it to someone special. Crowded room, friends with tired eyes. I'm hiding from you and your solemn eyes. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. Me, I guess I was a shoulder to cry on. Face on a lover with a fire in his heart. A man undercover, but you tore me apart. Yeah, now I found a real love, you'll never fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I give it to someone special. One more time. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Happy holidays, everybody. Here is to this year being over.
Now we can welcome Lulu, who's a rock and guitar enthusiast. Welcome, Lulu.
Hi.
So how long have you been playing the guitar for?
I have been playing on and off for a really long time, but I just started really practicing as much as I possibly can about a year ago when I started writing my own songs and I wanted to be able to put music to them.
Have you ever performed one of your songs?
Once in the band performance, I did it first, but I was really nervous and it wasn't very good.
Do you see yourself as a musician in the future, or is this like a passion you really want to pursue?
100%. I 100% want music to be a really big part of my life forever. And I don't know whether I want to manifest that through being a solo artist or in a band, but I definitely want to be surrounded by music at all times.
Well, as should everyone. Is there a special way you and your family celebrate the holidays?
I don't know if it's that special, but we start listening to Christmas music on Thanksgiving, really pack it in early, and then we watch a whole bunch of Christmas movies, and on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day next, kind of, we will all sit around with instruments and play Christmas songs and kind of like yell them in the living room. It's really fun.
Are there any Christmas songs or classical songs, rock songs that you would recommend?
Since we're on the topic of Christmas, obviously I have to bring up Last Christmas because I played it. So I love that one. White Christmas is one of my favorite songs of all time, Christmas or not. And obviously, All I Want for Christmas Is You. And every Michael Bublé Christmas song. But while we're on Christmas classics, I'm gonna put this in there, shameless self-promotion. Christmas classics, Christmas movies. I just wrote an article about which ones you should see for the Roar, and that should be available to be read by now.
Well, I'll be sure to check it out. You guys should definitely check it out too. Thank you, Lulu.
Thank you.
En avez-vous marre d'avoir cette réaction des profs lorsque vous rendez un test? J'ai la solution parfaite pour vous. En ce moment, dans tous nos magasins, un stylo magique est à moins 50%. Oui, moins 50%. Quelle bonne affaire! Vous n'êtes pas convaincu? Regardez les résultats. La réaction de vos profs passera de ça à ça, grâce au stylo magique. Utiliser le stylo magique peut avoir des symptômes très graves tels l'accent québécois. À ne pas utiliser si vous êtes enceinte ou si vous avez coupé les ongles le matin. Contactez votre médecin avant d'utiliser le stylo magique.
This is Aina. She is also a young artist who will be showcasing her paintings.
Bonjour Marie.
Hello Aina, your art is amazing. How long have you been painting and how did you get into painting in the first place?
Oui, j'ai commencé à peindre dès un très jeune âge. C'était même avant l'âge de rentrer dans l'école primaire. Et ce sont surtout mes parents qui me l'ont introduit. Ma mère en particulier m'a dotée de peinture aquarelle et depuis j'adore peindre et dessiner aussi. Mais maintenant je peins avec de la peinture à l'huile et ça me passionne.
What was your inspiration for this painting?
Mon inspiration pour cette peinture, à l'origine c'était que j'avais tout simplement une toile qui était plutôt grande chez moi. Et puisque c'était grande, je voulais qu'elle soit un peu plus spéciale que les autres. Et donc j'ai réfléchi à ce que je vais peindre et j'ai fini par choisir de peindre chez moi, donc la maison que j'habite en ce moment. La raison c'est que je sais que cette maison et le souvenir que j'ai conçu dans cette maison me sera toujours cher et importante dans ma vie. Et donc c'est une façon de garder une trace à la fois spirituelle et concrète, puisque c'est visuel, mais le fait de regarder cette peinture me rappellera de souvenirs.
Cool, and do you see yourself doing this in the future?
Oui, j'aspire devenir une peintre, et en effet c'est mon meilleur rêve que j'ai en ce moment. Et je serais réellement et vraiment enthousiasmée si je pourrais devenir une peintre.
Thank you, Aina. Great work.
Merci.
Angèle is a young artist who will be presenting her artwork. Thank you, Angèle. Great work. What inspired you to draw this?
Oui, merci. Alors, ce qui m'a inspiré pour dessiner ce dessin est bien l'émission en général. C'est sur les holidays, donc j'ai voulu faire un dessin sur les holidays.
And how long have you been drawing?
Je dessine depuis que j'ai 3 ans, donc ça fait depuis 11 ans maintenant.
Do you see yourself doing this in the future?
Oui, je me vois dessiner dans le futur. J'ai envie d'être productrice de manga et j'ai envie de créer mes BD de moi-même.
Awesome. Thank you, Angèle.
Next up is Rachel, who's been Latin dancing for 5 months. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, Jonna.
Well, that was a very impressive performance, let me just say. Is this your first dancing experience of the sort?
No, definitely not. I've been dancing for 11 years of my life. So I've been dancing contemporary, ballet, jazz, and lyrical.
Well, out of those styles, which is your most preferred?
Definitely Latin music, even though I've only been dancing for about 5 months. It's definitely been the most energetic. And now I'm a competitive academy, so I've been dancing a lot more often.
Well, that's great to hear. I mean, you were really into that performance. It definitely showed. So, is this a routine you normally perform?
Yes, usually I dance on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from 8 till 10:30 p.m.
That's a busy schedule. Well, glad you get to incorporate it into your regular schedule involving school and all that. Do you normally have costumes for your performances? Because I know that's how Latin dances would normally be.
Usually I do have performances, and since we do have competitions, we definitely have the most extravagant pieces with rhinestones and everything, especially the heels are definitely one of the most important pieces.
For sure.
But I definitely do a lot of shows, and I even get money for them, usually 100 to 200. I get paid as an entertainer, and it's just great because I just dance and I get money for it.
Yeah, it's great to get paid for one of your passions and talents. Well, anyways, thank you, Rachel. That was great.
Thank you.
Next up is Jasmine, an up-and-coming young volleyball talent. Hi, Jasmine.
Hi, Jonna.
So, this coming from a fencer, someone with no volleyball experience at all, what position do you play in volleyball, and what do they do?
Well, like in basketball, there are different positions on the volleyball court. I play middle, which is basically the front middle of the court, and my job is to prevent balls from going over the net by blocking and get the balls back on the other side of the court by hitting.
So from the video, I can tell that you've been playing volleyball for a while. So how long have you been playing volleyball for?
I've been playing like for fun with friends for about 2 years, and I've been playing club and like really at school for 1 year.
Well, is volleyball a passion of yours?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I've played a lot of sports, and that's the one that's like I've resonated the most with, and that's been like the most fun for me. So yeah, I'd say so for sure.
That's great. Do you see yourself playing volleyball in the future or in college?
I would love to. If I'm good enough, that would definitely be a great thing. It's a really competitive sport, as it is probably for fencing for you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if I can, I would love to.
Well, that's great. Good luck for everything. Thank you.
Hello, this is Mila Horowitz, and this is just me making the holiday cupcakes. Now here I'm just putting all the ingredients together to make the base of the cupcake. And I'm just putting the liners in the cupcakes and then putting in the dough. And here I'm putting them in the oven. While they're cooking, I decided to make some frosting for the top of the cupcakes. When they're ready, I took them out of the oven, and while they're cooling, I put the frosting inside of the piping bags. I decided to go with white, green, and red because those are some nice holiday colors. Here I'm just piping the frosting onto the cupcakes. And I'm just doing a little bit of decoration on top to finish them off. And these are my holiday cupcakes. Thank you.
We can now welcome Mila, who's going to be presenting her holiday cupcake recipe. So Mila, did you make those entirely from scratch?
Yes, I did. I made both the base and the frosting from scratch.
Is it a vegan cupcake recipe?
Yes, the cupcakes are vegan, but I'm not vegan, but the cupcakes are vegan.
Okay. Did quarantine inspire you to indulge in baking, or was that more of like a childhood hobby?
I've been baking since I was little, so I wouldn't say it's a thing that quarantine started me on. Yeah, no.
And lastly, what's your favorite holiday cookie or snack?
My favorite snack or whatever is those those really unhealthy cookies from Ralph's that are like themed to the seasons.
Yep, those are great. Well, thank you for sharing with us, Mila. It was great to have you.
No problem.